What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Recap of yesterday's free picks. Absolutely terrible. We went like 2-4 on player props. Unacceptable. Hopefully we have a better day today. Najee Harris was one of my favorite plays yesterday. Dude had more rushing attempts than he had rushing yards for the most part. So absolutely awful. Kyler Murray obviously didn't do anything at all. They got destroyed yesterday. So I don't know how you get beat by 30 points and run the ball more than you throw it. I don't know. But anyway, rough day for free picks yesterday. I honestly would have been a rough day in VIP total if it wasn't for the correlation slip. So we did cash 3 4-man correlation slips. All 3 of these were 8Xs. This is for the Pittsburgh, Indiana game. And then we had the Minnesota, Green Bay game that cashed. Then we had the Jets versus the Broncos game that cashed. So we got 8Xs here that cashed. Saved our day, honestly. And we do these for every single NFL game. So if you guys want to get these correlation slips, we usually get a few of them a day. Obviously, there are going to be some days where none of them cash. There are going to be some days where 4 or 5 cash. It's just how it is. It's just the way the correlation plays out. But anyways, you can get all of our plays over on our Patreon or on our WAP. You can join our free Discord down below in the description as well. And hopefully, we'll see you guys there. But anyways, let's go ahead and pick our winners from our last video. And if this video gets 150 likes, I'll pick a random comment to win a free month of VIP. So smash the like button, leave a comment. You got to be subscribed to win, so make sure you guys are subbed. Let's go ahead and pick our winner from yesterday's video. It is for Helen, and she said change Dart to 250 passing yards and 1 parlay with Newsmeyer and Giddens. Thank you. I'm glad you got that locked in. You got the alt line for Dart because that could have been a big win for us too if we would have done the same thing. But congrats on free VIP, Helen. Send me a message in Discord, and you got yourself a free month of VIP. And yeah, I'm not even going to try to, if that's your last name, I'm not going to butcher that. So anyways, just send me a message like I said. But anyways, guys, one more time, you can get all of our plays on Patreon or WAP. And let me close out some of these tabs and make it a little bit more clean. If you guys want to know what platform I use to show all these charts, it is called OUTLIER.bet. You can get a 7-day free trial with the link down in the description. It's not super expensive after the free trial either. I pay like $19.99 a month, so 20 bucks a month. It's really not that bad for this. I use it every single day and highly recommend it. But let's go ahead and jump into these free picks. I got 4 props, all of them on Prizepicks. I will tell you guys my pick for the games tonight. Hopefully it doesn't go like yesterday did. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump into these. So first pick of the day is going to be for our man Metcalf. We'll take DJ Metcalf, and obviously that's not how you spell his name. We'll take him over 39.5 receiving yards as our goblin play of the day. I like this play. Seattle's going to be playing against Detroit. It's going to be a tough match. I think it's going to be a good game. Total's like 46.5, so decently high-scoring game as well. Let's go ahead and pull up Metcalf over here on Outlier. And receiving yards. And over 66.5 is the original line, which obviously probably not a bad play either, but I like the 39.5 a lot. So if you look head-to-head, he cashed it his last game or last season versus Detroit. He had 75 receiving yards. This season so far, he's cashed it 2 of his 3 games. So had over 100 receiving yards versus Miami and Patriots. Went under this a little bit versus Denver, but if you look at targets, he only had 4 targets that game compared to 14 and 6 the other 2 games. So I think he's going to get a good target share tonight. Looking at Detroit, they give up 24th in the league in receiving yards allowed, and then it goes up to 31 versus wide receivers. So they give up a lot of receiving yards, over 200 per game. I think Metcalf should be able to get at least 40 for us tonight, and I like his original line too, but I'm locking this in as a goblin play. Love this play. Looking at Seattle, they pass the ball 60% of the time compared to a 40% run rate. Metcalf is their highest targeted receiver at 24 targets, which is 24% of the time. So 1 of every 4 passes pretty much will be to our man Metcalf. Like this play a lot, and I got to lock him in over 39.5 receiving yards. Hopefully we can sweep today, man. Yesterday was rough on these free picks. I know it's not what I wanted to see either. But anyways, that is pick 1 of the day. For pick number 2, we're jumping over to the Miami game, and I'm taking our man Achane. I'm going to be locking him in over the over receiving yards as well. So 24.5. I love this line, man. Yes, they don't have Tua. They're going to be starting Huntley tonight. He's getting a start. So I think Achane's still going to be able to get these receiving yards. He might not be targeted as often, but I think they're going to run the same offense. I like this play for a man Achane. Got to lock him in. So let's pull up Devon over here. We'll pull up his receiving yards if I can find it on this list. Over 23.5. We're actually getting it at 24.5, so I'll change that. Catched it 6 of his last 10 games. He went under his last game versus the Titans by 0.5, so he did hook this. And he'd been over all 3 games so far this season with 76, 69, and 28 versus Seattle. Looking at Tennessee, they give up 2nd in the league in receiving yards. They have a really good receiving defense, but if you go to running back, that jumps all the way up to 23rd. So they definitely give up a lot of little screen passes to running backs. I think Achane's going to have a chance tonight to get these. If you look at his targets, he had 7 and 7 with 7 receptions in both games versus Buffalo and Jacksonville. Then last game versus Seattle, he had 5 targets, only 3 receptions. He still cashed it. Obviously, Tua didn't play the last game either. I think he's going to get some targets tonight. I think he gets at least 4 or 5, and I think he's going to cash the 24.5 for us fairly easy. So I like this play a lot. Miami passes the ball 61% of the time. I do think Huntley's going to scramble tonight, and I'll go over that here in just a little bit. But Achane's actually the second most targeted person on the team, right behind Tyreek Hill, who has 23 targets. So I like this play a lot. I got to lock him in. 24.5 receiving yards for our man Devon Achane. That is going to be pick number 2 of the day. Jumping into our third pick, jumping over to the Detroit-Seattle game. I'm taking Goff. And I'm going to take Goff over 225.5. I actually locked this on, or 225. I actually locked this in on Sleeper. It's a goblin over here on Prizepicks. The payout on Sleeper is 1.5x. I don't exactly know what it is on Prizepicks, but it's probably not quite the 1.5x. Maybe it is, but I would probably take it on Sleeper, just depending. But I'll show you guys a free slip here in just a little bit. But Goff is play number 3 of the day over 224.5. Let's go ahead and pull him up over here on Outlier. Goff. 247 is his original line. Whoa. Why can I not? Let's go pass yards. Sorry, I'm struggling, man. Not pass attempts, passing yards. There it is. So over 243.5. We're going to change this to 224.5. Cashed 8 of his last 10. Went over his last game versus Seattle. He had over 300 passing yards his last game last season, which they did end up beating Detroit by, or they ended up beating, or getting beat by Seattle 31-37. So like this play, you can see he's cashed it 1 of 3 games this season so far. He went under versus LA and then under versus Arizona. Went over versus Tampa Bay. Seattle doesn't give a lot of receiving yard or passing yards. They only give up 132nd. They have a good passing defense, but I think Goff's going to take it tonight. I think he's going to get this 224.5. My write-up, I got Goff averages over 240 passing yards per game. This is an at-home game where Goff is a lot better over his career. Seattle's defense has been good so far this season, but they haven't played anybody that's good either. So Lions passing game is head and shoulders above the Broncos, Patriots, and Dolphins. I look for Goff to have a superb performance tonight in primetime football. So I like Goff. I honestly like his original line too. So if you want to lock it at 243.5, you can do that. I know I have 2 goblins today, so I'm just going to throw the original line on here as a play as well. So if he doesn't cash this line, I'll put an X on this one for tomorrow's video. But I do like to play for Goff a lot, so I'm going to be locking him in. In my opinion, never mind, we're just not going to go there. I was going to take my pick for this game, but this one's a toss up for me. But anyways, that's Goff is pick number 3. Let's go ahead and jump into our 4th final play of the day. Jumping back over to Miami, we're going to take Huntley. Now, I'm taking Huntley's rushing yards. So got Huntley. Taking his 29.5 on. This is 29.5 on Sleeper. So makes it hard to take this on Prizepicks. I'm going to click this to hold a placeholder, but I wouldn't lock it in at 31.5 compared to 29.5. A 2-point bump at this low of a number is a lot. That's like, I mean, it's not quite 10%, but it's a decent amount. So I'd kind of fade to 31.5, I think. Get it on Sleeper at 29.5. Let's go ahead and pull up Huntley real quick. I like his passing attempts too at 24.5 because it's a low number, man. And I think Miami's getting beat by the Titans, so I think they're going to have to. So 29.5. So I think they're going to have to throw the ball, but yeah, this 29.5, obviously there's no data this season. He obviously no data last season either because he didn't play. If you look at Tennessee, they give up 20th in the league in rushing yards. And then if you go to quarterback, they give up 28. So they give up a lot of rushing yards to quarterbacks. I like this play. I mean, there's really no data to show this. Yes, Miami passes the ball 61% of the time. That's with Tua too. And Huntley's not. I think Huntley's going to scramble a little bit. So looking at my write-up for this game, Huntley's making his start tonight for Miami. He is a dual threat quarterback. He can get the job done with his legs as well as his arms. I think Miami will put in several designed run plays just for him, and I can see him scrambling a lot as plays break down. I see him getting upwards of 50 yards in this one, rushing, and I'm going to lock him in over 29.5. So that was the write-up. If you want to take 31.5, you can. I could see him getting 50, like I said, up to 50, but still a 2-point bump I just don't like. So I would play it on Sleeper instead. I think he cashes, but, I mean, it's up to you if you want to risk it on Prizepicks. It is 2 points lower on Sleeper. And my free slip for today, I paired Goblin with Huntley, 29.5 rush yards on sleeper. It's a 2.5x payout for $50. $50 wins you 128. I haven't posted it right in the Discord just yet. I'm gonna get it here in just a second. So I can't pull the slip up on the screen, but that is what I locked in. So looking at our free picks, we got Metcalf over 39.5 receiving yards, Achane over 24.5 receiving yards, Goff over 225 passing yards, Goff over 243 passing yards as original line as well. Then we got Huntley over 29.5 rush yards. That's what I have locked in. I ain't gonna say don't play it at 31.5, but I played it at 29.5. That's what I'm locking in as the free pick. If you play it 2 points bump, that's totally up to you. But I do like Huntley's pass attempts if you want to take that too, but I'm not going to lock it in as a free pick. It's just something I'll probably sprinkle a little bit on. It's his first game starting. I don't really know how this is going to go, so that one kind of scares me slightly, but I do like this play because, like I said, I think Tennessee's winning the game. That's just my opinion on it. But 2 picks for the game, Titans, and I honestly want to take Detroit over Seattle. I know Seattle's been playing well, but I think Detroit's going to take it tonight. So at home, got to lock in Detroit. Got Detroit and Titans. I'm probably going to lock them in together in a little parlay. So those are all our plays, guys. If you want to get more, head on over to our Patreon or WAP. Like I said, I do have one little shout out before we end the video. That is going to be for DGF. If you guys don't know what DGF is, it is an optimizer. It's a tool. It takes all of our plays from apps like Prizepicks and UNDERDOG. It makes line shopping super easy. So many plays on the board. If you use code ACES, you get 25% off your entire purchase. And their optimizer is not even their best tool to me personally. I think their AI slip generator is awesome. If you come up here to tools, only one on the board right now for Fliff. But if you look at their AI slip generator's performance, it's up 1809 on the in the last year, 1,809 units. So depending on your unit size, that can be a lot. I play $50 to $100 on pretty much every single slip, unless it's like a discounted line or if it's a correlation play. I play less on correlations just because there's so many of them. But 1,809 units, man, at $100 a slip, you're looking at $180,000 profit since last year if you played every single slip. It did go down a little bit the last couple of days. It didn't cash yesterday. Actually went down, I think, 19 units yesterday. So if you played yesterday, it kind of would have hurt you. But overall, man, if you stay consistent on this, this graph is just straight up. So if you guys want to try it, use code ACES, 25% off, and you get our VIP for free. But hope you guys have an awesome day. Once again, here's our picks. If you wanted to see them, if you scroll through Metcalf, Achane, Goff, Huntley, you can lock them in if you want. Fade them if you don't like them. But sorry about yesterday's free picks. I know they sucked, but hopefully today will be a little bit better for us. Hope you have an awesome day. I'll see y'all in the next one.